Give a bit more time for some people to come in, but welcome, welcome. Oddly enough, this song is titled November. Hello, hello, little lurker. How are you doing? All right. It has been far too long. This is your host, Living Dead Cat, back from surgery a week ago. Actually, not even quite a week ago. Well, no, almost 2 weeks. Something like that. I don't even know anymore. I had surgery on, when was it? The 20th. So, yes, it's almost 2 weeks. Um, yeah, quite an adventure. That's what today's topic is going to be, is major surgeries, what I had. Oops, my camera thingy's a little off here. You know what? Fine. So, I really, really will be trying hard to finish this piece tonight. I think the last thing I needed to do was add a little bit of flame accents on the end of these feathers, color in these, finish the smoke plume, I guess, and kind of flesh out the flames around this guy a little bit better. So, I has a plan. May not be much of a plan, but I have a plan. Tonight's shout out from the Instagram artists that I follow. There's artdelola underscore LW, Ola.lux, Shizen Senpai underscore art, Qubit Toy, The Peculiar Mind of Zol, Nosy Art, Phoenix.danka.art, and Painting.log. All of these artists are on Instagram and have some amazing talent. Go ahead and give them a follow, peek at their stuff. It's pretty cool. There's a reason I follow people. It's not just on a whim. No, I like to follow my fellow artists. There are a few others that I will follow, but for the most part, on this account at least, I am focusing on following my fellow artists. It's always good to support one another in this industry because honestly, the starving artist term needs to go away. There is success everywhere, and if we help each other out, we can all achieve greatness. So, I'm going to start with the purple palette. Did I have one before? I had some. That's right, this one doesn't have very much in the ways of purple. So, without further ado, I've got indigo, which is the nice dark purple. And then there's purple, which is the very vibrant color. Violet, oddly enough, is more blue than purple. But if I combine it with rose pink or spinal red, that could become quite the lovely combination. Yes, indeed. So, I'm going to move my others. Let's see, here's the rose pink and the spinal red. Spinal, spinel, somebody correct me. I don't know what it is. anyhow, I'm going to start with the headed. And to do so, I would like to get as nice a point on these puppies as I can. Because I want to include detail in my coloring. You know, the little lines that feathers have. That was actually good. Yay! So, I think I'm going to go with the darkest, which is going to be the indigo. And by the way, just a refresher for those who haven't been on here before. These are the Zena colors. Apparently it says Zena color 2. I'm just now noticing. These were a gift from an now ex-coworker, but one of my birthday twins. Yes, we share a birthday. One of my coworkers. I have another coworker that is also a birthday twin. Kind of a small world in where I work. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to wait a little bit more to start tonight's topic, get some more people in the chat. Because tonight's topic may be a little sensitive for some, I'm not sure. But I know that for, sanity's sake, I won't post what they took out of me. Because not everybody can stomach that kind of stuff. Me, as a kid, I used to watch, like, the surgical videos on, like, the really obscure channels late at night or early in the morning. Yes, I was a Saturday morning cartoon kind of kid, but there was also the really cool stuff, like surgical stuff. I like surgery. I'm just kind of doing whatever here. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay, so it looks like tiger stripes. Get over it. I like tigers. Like I've said before, art is art is art. It doesn't have to make sense to everybody, as long as it makes you feel what you want to feel. And that's also why this can become so therapeutic for me. And it can be therapeutic for just about anybody. I mean, they make adult coloring books for a reason. spinel, whatever. The spinny red. Want these to be bright, deep tones. Fading into another color as it goes on. Kind of cool. Here. A little rose pink. Just a light blend. Rest is going to be that vibrant purple. Really make it pop. Wow, chat's pretty quiet tonight. It's okay. I'm healing. Whoops. Oh well. There we go. Oh, that looks really cool. Too bad the camera won't capture all of it. Oh, it is a never. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's the finishing touches on the Phoenix Triumvirate. I have just finished coloring the tail feathers of the Mystic Phoenix. And now I will be moving on to the center to add pretty flames to this little guy. Well, not little, but you know. Which color? I need to go one layer deeper. Where is it? There it is. Brighten this up just a smidge. Hi, Jasper. No. No, it is way too early. Don't even. Way too early. Not bad. I kind of dig that. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice blend. I quite enjoy it, yes. What do y'all think? better close up on it. Maybe. It's too bright. Alrighty. Are you seriously sitting back there grumbling because I'm not letting you lay down up here on my art? Yes, he is. He's going, meow. Grumble, grumble. So yes, for those of you just tuning in, this is Living Dead Cat finishing up the Phoenix Triumvirate after a long hiatus. Yes, I had surgery on the 20th, and the stress of waiting for it to happen kept me from, doing the stream a week prior, and then healing kept me out for, last 2 weeks. So it's been kind of a ride. For those of you who are curious, it was a total hysterectomy. I have a... Whoops, that doesn't go there. I no longer have it. Yay! I had a condition known as PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it caused a lot of other health issues. Not to mention the pain that goes along with it. People don't really seem to understand. There's cramps that women deal with during menstruation, and then there's PCOS cramps. These are quite a bit more severe. They can almost debilitate you to the point where, you don't even want to go to work. There's not much in the way of over-the-counter medications that help at all. Not to mention the extreme heavy, blood loss during that time. Some people have it bad enough where they require blood transfusions. I was almost to that point at one time. I bled for a solid 9 months. They thought it was cancer. They tested me for cancer. Wasn't cancer. Before I was actually diagnosed with PCOS, they told me it's probably just stress. Huh. No. Sorry. Not quite what we were going for. But yeah. And the hormone imbalance was just even worse. Causing excess weight gain. I have been struggling with my weight ever since I hit puberty, which is another link. I also had excessive hair growth because of the hormonal imbalance. There are so many problems that come along with PCOS. It's just not even funny. But pretty much my primary doctor and I, after seeing the dangerously large sizes of blood clots that I was passing, quickly decided that a total and complete hysterectomy was the answer. So, finally got in touch with my old OB, and yeah, it's done. She was very, very quick to understand this the situation and everything else. She was one who initially diagnosed me, told me that eventually surgery might have to happen. I just didn't think it would be so quick. Um, so yeah, uh, in the weeks leading up to the eventual surgery, there were quite a few appointments. I had several pre-op appointments, actually. One with the doctor, one with the hospital, and not to mention several phone calls that might as well have been pre-ops because of all of the information they required. Um, yeah, they needed to know every medication I had been on in the past like 6 months and everything else. Not to mention blood draws, urine samples, going over, when I needed to be there, where I needed to check in, how soon, not to eat, before the surgery. It's typical that you don't eat once you hit midnight the day before surgery, type of thing. Of course, at that point, it's technically the morning of. But, yeah. It was good. I had some good support along the way. But it was scary. I won't lie. I've never been a fan of hospitals, for one, but also being put under has always been scary to me. And, those of you who've tuned in more than once know that I have anxiety, and that lovely little voice of irrational thought would nonstop remind me that it's a big risk, that there's a good chance I won't wake up, and I had to deal with that the week prior. Really bad. It really got bad. I started to isolate, and I ended up reaching out to a couple of people to try to help me through it. And hey, Pete, how's it going? I was really lucky to have the people in my life that I do, because without them, I don't think I would have gone through with it without the support and the constant reassurance that everything was going to be okay. Yeah, it was terrifying. I mean, humor is my defense mechanism anyway. So I was cutting up, making jokes. It was great because a really good friend went with me, and I was like, oh, he's my emotional support animal. you know. And, the nursing staff was cracking up at all the stupid jokes that we were saying. But it helped relax me as best as I could until they took my blood pressure. which was ridiculously high. It was somewhere around like, what was it? It was like 180 something over 112. Normal blood pressure is 120 over 80. So it took a while. I say they, the anesthesiologist, one of the surgical assistants, they went to go talk to my OB, who was also the surgeon, to see if it needed to be postponed. I was told not to take my blood pressure medicine until after arriving. So I took my blood pressure meds. They went to go confer with one another on what to do, how to proceed. Eventually they came back, and I was told there's risk of heart attack, there's risk of stroke, there's risk of this, that, the other. And I was like, oh great, the old scare right before a major thing, which is what happened to me prior. And then it went like textbook on a different hospital stay. And just, it was kind of a do or die moment. I already had given them the contacts of people to contact an emergency. My friend was there ready to do the same if anything went wrong. They stayed with me the whole time. It was really scary. And when I finally started going into prep, I was watching as they pulled me into the OR. Not yet, Jasper, back off. And saw all the equipment, the table they were going to put me on, which actually was kind of interesting because they lay me flat on this table and then like say this is my head and this is my feet. They tilt me like this, like down, head down. I had a harness on my shoulders. This is like after I'm already out, but it's to make sure all the organs kind of push their way up and give them space to be able to see my organs. Now, they also blow a lot of air into my abdomen in order to see everything. But, yeah, that's a bit later. So, I'm seeing all the, not all the instruments, but, all of the big machines, the BP machine, the machine that's going to be pumping air into me because I had to be intubated for, major surgery. And that scared me. I don't know why, because that's like one of the easiest things and the most commonplace. So I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I think it was the thought of, being awake when they had to do it or awake when they took it out. But they reassured me that I'd be out for both occasions. And yeah, I remember them injecting the medicine that was going to put me out, and then I remember them saying something to me. I don't remember what it was, but then I woke up. I didn't even dream this time. I've had surgery before where I had some pretty wild dreams, but this one, I was just gone. And looking back on it is almost more frightening than anything, because it was just nothingness. I just felt like I ceased to exist for that part in time. And it's not something I want to dwell on, but it is something I need to address with myself, with my therapist in the future. That irrational fear of just no longer existing. Because that's plagued me since I was a kid. But anyhow, back to the surgery. It was definitely rough coming out. I am apparently a fighter when it comes to being revived. I don't know how many people it took to hold me down this time, but I remember shaking my head wildly, and they kept having to put the tube things back in my nose for breathing. They had already taken the tube out for the intubation, and I really don't know how hard I fought, but I remember just a cacophony of voices just telling me to stop and to be still and relax. And it's like, guys, I warned you before I went under. I am a fighter. It took 4 nurses to hold me down when I came to from my tonsillectomy when I was a teenager. I guess they didn't believe me because, I'm a little heavy set and everything. Yeah, don't underestimate me. If I can't breathe, I will fight you. But it's like when you really struggle to come out of a nightmare, that's kind of the feeling I get. My anxiety ramps up, my heartbeat spikes, blood pressure spikes. I mean, it's like full on panic mode when I come out from anesthesia. It's not an allergy reaction either. It's just so weird. I never understood it. But everything went well. My OB came in and told me it was that it went perfectly. Like, by the book. Couldn't have been better. And it just went so well. Which that made me feel good. Obviously. Yeah, I was hurting. And funnily hey, Scully, what's up, man? Oddly enough, one of my coworkers also had a hysterectomy. She got to keep her ovaries though, but she had a hysterectomy the day before I did, and she never had to take any painkillers. She felt like they didn't actually do anything because she's still, having some spotting and blah blah blah. And it just went so well for her that she was concerned that they didn't actually do what they were supposed to do. She barely had any bruising, if any at all, and I've got bruises everywhere. I've got one that looks like a crescent moon around one of the incisions. Kind of funny. Yeah, that's that. I had some nasty bruising on my left shoulder. Ow, it's still tender. From the harness stuff. The harness that held me on the table. So yeah, that's one of the big owie parts. Another one happens to be, the incisions all look great. They enclosed it up with glue, like the surgical glue stuff, and it didn't look like, I think they used like internal stitches, perhaps, and yeah, all the glue is now off. The incisions look really good. There's one right at the top, for lack of a better term, lip of my belly button. I have an innie. And then another one is a little bit up and to the right of that one. And then there's 2 on either side of my abdomen area, my lower abdomen. So the 2 on the side is where the laparoscopic equipment went through. Or no, not the laparoscopic. The surgical arms from the machine or whatever. And then the laparoscopic, the scope and camera and everything went in the upper and lower incisions. And then, they had to blow up my insides with air so they could see everything. And yeah, I looked pregnant for like the first week after surgery. I kept making a joke. It's like, I don't think they took anything out. I think they shoved something back up in there. Because I'm having phantom kicks, which is so weird. I know that it's like muscle contractions and everything, and all my insides trying to move in to take up the new real estate, but it's just odd. It's really, really odd. But I'm healing well. I did overdo it this weekend. I had to get groceries, so I went shopping. Now, after a major surgery, especially this kind, they said not to walk for more than 5 minutes at a time and then increase each week by 5 minutes. So last week I should have been walking, well, this past weekend, I should have been walking a maximum of 10 minutes before having to sit and rest. And it's not just like a 2-minute rest, like for half an hour. I ended up walking half the grocery store. About 20, 25, 30 minutes, something in there. And then I had to go get one of their little cart thingies, which I absolutely hate. I really don't like those. But, they serve the purpose, I suppose. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see, what else? Yeah. Oh, and after that, I came home and cooked. So, my friend made me sit down several times. I've had a few stern looks of you shouldn't be doing this. I know my limitations, and when it starts to hurt, I stop. So, I am definitely adhering to the no picking up things over 5 pounds, because when I try, testing out to see how heavy something is, it hurts. Holy crap, it's not supposed to hurt that bad, but you don't realize the kind of muscles that it takes in your stomach, in your abdomen, all of these things, along with your arm, your back, your shoulder, all those other muscles. So I definitely don't want to strain. And for those of you who are easily offended or easily Queasleys, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up now. Post-surgical constipation sucks. I'm just going to say that. Because especially when you are unable to bear down, you're stuck in there for like half an hour or so. Your feet are going numb, your legs hurt. Invest in a squatty potty, guys. If you're going through major surgery, get one of those. Oh, wow. CPAP machine. My dad has one of those. Try to make sure it fits without digging in. His was really uncomfortable when he first got his, and it dug into his skin so bad that it started leaving permanent marks on his face until he got a new one that fit better. It had more padding on the edges, so definitely keep in mind that. Yeah, CPAP stuff, when you have to start wearing those, it kind of sucks. Makes you realize, I can't breathe properly. So, best of luck with it. Luckily, it's not something I've had to deal with yet. We'll see how things go over the next 5 years. Because I'm getting up there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm healing well. I'm probably about ready to start a little bit more physical aspects of my job at work. So, if not this week, then definitely next week. But yeah, surgery. We it's it's something that's needed to happen for well over a decade. Thanks. Thanks guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's I already feel so much better, to be honest. And it's not just like, yay, it's over and done with. Woohoo! I feel great. No, I mean, I physically feel better. I am not as, I mean, yeah, I have the surgical pain, but I'm not having the standard aches. I'm not ever going to have to deal with, the pink tax mess. I can, donate what I've got left. I mean, I've got pregnancy tests that I stocked up on in the past, and I can donate those to like women's shelters. Same with what's left over in my provisions. I mean, there's a lot that I can now just stop. Um, I was having to take iron pills every day for the last year, and if I didn't, or if I missed it, I would start to bleed. And I'm not talking just like, regular anemia. It would be like I started my cycle. And then it wouldn't stop until I started taking iron pills again. That was getting a little ridiculous. You're not supposed to be on iron for that dang long. you know? So it's like, come on. What's the deal? This isn't okay. Something's got to give, you know? Something has got to let me have some semblance of a normal life again. And, I mean, I was going through perimenopause anyway. No, Jasper, not yet. No, I am almost done. Not yet. Go away. Go. No. Yeah, here. Stop. You were going to mess up my pencils. Dude, get down. Ow. Jasper's more than 5 pounds. I shouldn't have done that. But, yeah. But yeah, I feel better. And it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's more than just a weight is being lifted. I feel like I'm getting my life back. Because so much of it was dictated by this BS condition. And they still don't know what causes it. They don't really know, the roots of it all. They just know that women everywhere suffer from this condition. And it sucks. Oh, yeah, I've lost weight already. Um, Quite a bit, actually. Like almost 10 pounds, I think, since the surgery. And the skin on my stomach is getting looser. So it's kind of weird as I'm looking around, checking my incisions, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, you're squishy. No longer a pillow, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's been fun, I guess. A little interesting. So, how's everybody been since I've been gone? I feel like I'm missing some people here. Hoping I didn't lose any viewers. I know it's been a while, but some things can't be helped. What, Jasper? That's not too bad. It's not the best, but almost done. Holy crap. This one took a while. I feel like I'm getting a little too messy with some of these. Whew. Thanks, Panther. Sorry, never. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you guys have always been so wonderfully supportive. I love it. I love you guys. This song sounds like this nice little ending credits theme to this art piece. I'm not done yet. One moment, please. What, Jasper? I will let you up here when I'm done. That way I can just sit and chat with my viewers. But I said when I'm done. No, no, no. When I'm done. I am not finished. No. Jasper. Not yet. Dang it. No, no. Psst, psst. Just putting a single paw on my pencil. I said when I'm done. I'm not done yet. Go away. No, no. No, Mr. Fake Sneak. I can see you. The Master of Stealth has arrived. I think I'm going to call it done. I give up. All right, Jasper, you win. Lay down. Show everybody your dandruff. Do it. Hey. Hey. Can I at least sign my work before you get on it? Dude. Seriously. Get off my picture long enough for me to sign it. Come on. Get up here and purr at everybody. Let me sign my work. Oh no. The pen seems to be a little dry. Oh no, is it finally dying? No! I need more microns. My 8 is dying. Look at my 5. Oh, my 5 is good. Did I seriously just work all over this? Okay. Alright, it's official. This piece is done. Jasper, quit looking at me like you've committed a crime. Yeah. So yeah, surgery. Anybody else had surgery? We can sit and chat the rest of the time now. I can't believe I did this in time. It's 9 o'clock already. That's typically when I stop. But I promised I would let this one go a little longer since I've been gone for so long. You guys can gaze at the beautiful Jasper, a handsome boy, menace, and fluff lover. And shed master extraordinaire. Oh, look at that face. He's a happy boy. Shout outs again from my Instagram. The artists that I follow: Art de Lola LW, Ola Looks, Shizen Senpai Art, Cubit Toy, The Peculiar Mind of Zol, Nosy Art, Phoenix Danka Art, and Painting.log. Check these guys out. They've got some really cool stuff. Very lovely artwork. Check them out. Look at all their stuff. Give them a follow if you want. It's all about supporting one another. Making everybody achieve their greatness. You have had surgery a few times. Few times. Define a few. 28? 3? I've had 3 surgeries total. And I'm about to have several more coming in after this one's done. A few more than a few. Would that be several? Let's see, there's one, a couple is two, a few is 3 to 4, some is, 5 or 6, several is going to 7 and 8 and 9. A bunch is like 10 to 12. Yeah, I've gone that far. Don't forget a bushel. A metric F-ton. That's a lot of surgeries, dude. Are there any that have an interesting or quirky story to it? There was one that I woke up in the middle of and scared the surgeons. A failed one on your eye turned a cross eye into a lazy one. Well, is it a failure if they fixed it somewhat? I mean, if you think about it, it's not cross-eyed anymore, right? Oh, that's a happy Jasper. I'm getting ready to actually crash. This one for everybody. For the masses. Don't actually rub on the mic. Well, folks, that's it. The Phoenix Triumvirate has been completed and is now being guarded by the fluffy feline of doom and interrupting. My next piece, I know I said was going to be a sugar skull, but I have some news that I'm going to release on the next one. So it's going to be a bit of a one-off episode where I'm going to start and finish a drawing, similar to the dedication stream that I had. But it's going to be a hopefully simpler idea. So I've got about a week to really flesh out the details of what I want to do. And Jasper, are you just loving the light? Is it nice and warm? So sleepy. He looks angry in the corner of the vision of the camera, but he's just so relaxed. Well, was. Always stretch, boy. You gonna show everybody a close up of your fur again? So anyhow, everybody, let's let everybody see the finished picture. Buttons. See if I can reduce the brightness so I can get a better shot. There we go. That's it. The Phoenix Triumvirate. The Green Mean. The Purple Mystic. And the Blue. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. You don't need to get back on there. You just chill with me right here. Oh, get off my belly. Ow. Yeah, he's a little heavy on my incisions. But for the most part, he usually stays next to me or, up in my face. So, yeah, tried to do the little hoodie jacket thingy. Wasn't working. I couldn't reach to color anything. But yeah, thank you everybody for staying with me during this process, listening to all of the jabber, and for those of you sharing your experiences and everything else, a big, huge thank you. Just in general, because, sharing your experiences with, anything could help somebody else get through it. And, I believe that's part of why we're here, is to just, in general, make this place better. To try to undo all of the terrible crap that we have to deal with by lifting each other up, strengthening one another, encouragement, whatever it takes. All right, everyone. I'm going to say goodbye now and hope to see you on the next stream. Same cat time, same cat channel. All right, everybody. Sketch you later. Bye.